right, let's address this whole Galactic Federation thing. So we got some people that are very, they're touchy about the Galactic Federation. What are you saying about them? Have you met them? Have you met them? Have they actually talked to you personally? Or you get somebody that says they're, talking from on behalf of the Galactic Federation. I am going to tell you right now, absolutely it exists. I'm going to talk to you about what's happening and something really astounding that was just on the news, thanks to one of my subscribers shared with me. Thank you, I like it because it was a global news broadcast about what our government knows and other governments know about this Galactic Federation. Now, that could have been fake news. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and I'm going to tell you what's going on out there and how we are totally responsible for what's going to happen between now and when we have other beings actually make a very clear presence. Are you ready? This is going to be a fun one. Get ready for this. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. We're going into completely different subjects now. Our attention span is all over the board. I want to talk right now about who and what we are as a species, because you might be thinking, well, we need to focus on this global challenge we're in. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's happening with it. It is a total demonstration to everything else of who and what we are. And frankly, I don't think that we are passing the test right now, to be honest with you. Now, you have an individual test that you're going through. How am I going to handle all of the challenges? Am I going to turn on people? Number one, am I going to turn on people and start pointing fingers of the bad guys and all this other stuff? The Galactic Federation is absolutely real. I've never said it wasn't, so those of you who go get your little panties in a bunch, get over it. Of course there are other beings, and of course there are total organizations that band together that are watching planets like Earth. Now, here's what I just saw, thanks to my subscriber who shared this. There's so much fake news out there, and this is why I don't watch it, that you just don't know what to believe anymore. And so many people, they find this one thing or this one person or one organization, and that's it, and then they go to battle for it. And that is the total opposite of how the New Earth functions. And if you can say, well, my group they're the peaceful ones. Not if you're battling anybody else or pointing fingers. There is a group out there calling themselves the Galactic Federation, of which many people are claiming this too. I mean, we can all call ourselves whatever we want and not really be that. I want to ask you, is the source of whatever you're watching, whatever they call themselves, peaceful and finding no fault in others, but just finding a peaceful way of living and helping others to go into that space? If there's anything else going on there, it's not a peaceful organization. It is not of the higher light. It is not of the higher frequency. Let that, hands down. You cannot be in conflict with one another and live in the new earth or the higher dimensions. It's impossible. You can't even get the door open. You don't know where the door is because you're over here going, they're bad and we're spiritual, and it's bull crap. Spiritual butt kick today. It's bull crap. Is what you're watching a group, a message, whatever it is, of peace and understanding, compassion, and finding solutions to the effed up thing we've done to this planet? If they're anything else, they are not of peace. There is a federation, and they haven't shown up. Why? Because we are yin-yangs, and what do? We shoot at everything. People shooting at Bigfoot. I mean, come on. There is a newscast, and I'm not actually going to share it because I don't know if it's real. Because there are things out there that are so real, appearing to be, and we don't know what is or isn't. Now, supposedly, the head of the space program in Israel said that our president here in the United States is well aware that there's a Galactic Federation, that we are in contact with them. By the way, I don't doubt any of this stuff for a minute, that this has been going on forever, that we are in touch with them, and that they are not making their presence known yet because we haven't evolved enough. And why haven't we? Because we're still fighting over the Galactic Federation and the bad guys. Even the Galactic Federation that some of you follow are still pointing fingers and arguing. Stop it. Stop it. It's insanity. The Galactic Federation supposedly, and I do believe this, no aliens, no matter what they call themselves, no other source out there is going to show up because we are so freaked out by it. Half of us don't even believe it. We think that, of the endless trillions and trillions of galaxies, we're the only ones out there. That's insanity, all right? And that, how do they get here? We're still thinking as humans, and that we have to have fuel and jet rockets to get places. So we're still antiquated. Nothing's going to show up and help us until we get to that level. So there's a frequency that we're not meeting them at. That's all that's going on right now. And if you're watching any organization that claims anything and is still in a lower frequency of enemies, taking enemies in sides, they're not it. They're not it. Does this make sense? Because a truly peaceful word, and this is why they haven't shown up. Well, they've been making themselves known, the Phoenix Lights and everything. The former Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of Canada. Yeah, said, yeah, we're in touch with them. They're here. They're on this planet. The governments know it. They communicate. They can't tell us this stuff because we act like idiots. I guarantee you there'll be people out with weapons trying to take them down. They've already done this, right? So why would they show up? We're still fighting with each other. We're violent. We're not a responsible species. Are you ready to stop the conflict? Because frankly, I think the technology that they have that we could be using right now, and healing and all the things that eliminate all of our destructive ways that are money-based and greed-based, could be introduced to us, but we're still not there. We're still not accepting it. We're still using all that garbage that pollutes ourselves, even though we know it does. We're not taking charge, all right? So do I believe it? Absolutely. I have my own memories and dreams for decades of being on another planet. By the way, planets in turmoil, all right? So there has been conflict on other planets, and this is one that nobody even has to appear because we're doing it to ourselves. Are you guys ready to stop fighting with each other? I'm spiritual, and then you're pointing fingers at, political parties and all these other things about how people think. So what? So what? Let us come together in solutions. Let us say, if there are other species that are trying to show up, can we show that we can be of peace and welcome them, and ask how we can be of service to them and how they can help us to evolve into something amazing and stop destroying this amazing, beautiful planet. And that's what the split's doing. And by the way, you know what? There's going to be a whole group of people that just don't make it. They just don't make it. They're going to have to go off into whatever other realms to learn more and evolve. I would like to see our planet get to the point where peaceful beings could actually show up and work with us and say, you know what, we have the technology to do all these things that you're still trying to do. I'm sure we've gotten a lot of our technology from them already. But yes, the head of Israel supposedly has come out and said he has nothing to lose. He said a few years ago he wouldn't have said it because he would have been hospitalized for mental illness. A lot of our government officials have been or disappeared, all right? And now we're saying, you know what, we're talking about it now. Some super high-level guys are talking about it, and there's still people out there that think they're crazy. So why would they risk coming out to talk about it when people are so sheltered, got the blinders on, that they can't imagine that there's anything different than what we are? We have powers beyond our imagination because humans, we're pea brains compared to what our actual powers are. And we're here to evolve. We're here to help this planet evolve. Are you going to be a part of that? Or are you going to start arguing? And I know I'm going to get some messages. You don't understand the Galactic Federation. Really? When's the last time you met with them? Huh? What, they come and sit and talk to you personally? Or are you going by somebody who channels? Watch that too, right? I'm channeling and they sort of sound like themselves, or they say stuff that you're going, that didn't sound right. That sounded more like personality. Or they're going into this negative space. You don't need any of that. You don't have those answers, and neither do I. I do know one thing. We all come from one absolute amazing power. That the ultimate power of it, the ultimate frequency of it, is love and unlimited creation. Everything else is our free will to experience all that we can be, but are not truly. This is all a play, people. Are we going to pass the test? No more taking sides. I'm the galactic whatever, or the this or that, the Pleadians and all stuff. Throw it out the window. What are you doing right now? Are you separating us? Are you arguing? Or are you going into peace and saying, how can I contribute on this planet in the most highest, amazing way? Amazing levels of giving, of creating. It could be music, it could be art, it could be all these things. What are you focused on? You cannot trust what's out there, including this. You can trust nothing, you have to trust yourself. Do you believe it? Is it coming from peace? Or is there something else in there that's an agenda that's really not peace at all? So, yes, they are not showing up because we are going to go to pieces if they do, because there's so many people that are absolutely stuck in the dark ages. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. That'll evolve at some point too. But what are you going to do? I hope this helps you. You can look all this information up, and again, you can spend hours and hours trying to, find stuff out there, and you won't know if that's true or not. Half of it's made up crap. All right? What do you feel? Do you know that there are other beautiful, amazing, let's just say, I don't want to say creatures, people, entities out there that are much more advanced than we are, and you have been one of them too? Do you know this? If so, can we earn their, let's just say, trust that we will welcome them and work with them in peace? It may not happen in our lifetime. I hope it does. I need your help. And I usually don't use the need word. I need your help to go into a space of peace and say, you know what? Hello, whatever. Are you ready to do that? You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Please subscribe, share my videos, and by the way, I have a monthly Miracle Circle meeting. Every month you can sign up for it if you're in my Manifest Anything series. You can sign up for the Miracle Circle, and those things that I have classes or whatever for, you get discounts, you get free stuff. Come on over. No more wah. Talk to the hand. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Hey, you know what? We're kicking butts. We're kicking spiritual butts right now. You don't have to come if you don't want to. It's an amazing world. Right now, it's an amazing world. Sending you blessings. You are unconditionally loved, my friend. Namaste.